Hi and welcome to EmpowerHer Play podcast. I'm Yashmin, this is Salma and this is Shafia. And today we're going to talk about the Euros. I know it ended a couple of weeks ago, but we just wanted to analyse it from these points of view. So it'll be interesting to see how much they've learned by watching the tournament. So, Shafs.
I was already coming home and it didn't come home.
No, I didn't think they were coming home.
Can I just say, I think that phrase needs to be made redundant. Every time we sing that song, we never bloody win anything.
But it brings the passion and the zeal,
No,
doesn't
we need
it?
a new song. We need John Barnes to come up with a new tune for the World Cup, I think.
Yeah.
What about you? What did you enjoy? Who was you... Obviously, we was all wanting England to win, but who was your second team?
I did want England to win, but I had a feeling they might not. Am I going to get in trouble? Because they're not as good players as the other countries.
Say it how it is, just.
No, because you know what? This is the time I actually watch football. I thought, you know what? We talk about football a lot. Let me actually sit down and watch. And I watched. I mean, I love the way Bellingham did one of his goals. I'd love to show it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did your son educate you a little
Yes,
bit?
he did.
Okay.
My front room was like a football place.
Did you have the chart and everything?
Football place.
Football
stadium.
Yeah. But I actually really enjoyed it. You know, normally I get really bored, but I've learned quite a few names as well. Foden, but no, I'm not going to know which team they're from.
Okay.
But Foden, Walkers. Is it Walkers?
Quavers.
No, not Walker. They're gonna laugh at me. They're gonna laugh. Stones, Bellingham, and one of that Spanish young boy. What's his name? Yemmy.
Huh? What?
Yemmy.
His goal was good.
Yes.
Did you see it?
Whose?
Yemmy's.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
His score was really good, and there was a few others that I thought they were really good players.
Did you watch the Turkey games?
Not that one. I don't think I did. There was Portugal. Oh, poor Ronaldo.
So was it on all the time, like in your house?
Yes, I was getting fed. I'm not being like. I think it was getting like because what it was. Every time the football season came, even my eldest daughter, she normally doesn't have time. I thought, what is she doing in the living room?
The big competitions, isn't it? Everyone gets
she would,
and I'm thinking, oh my god, that's the first time I see all these kids sit together because you know what they wanted to watch the match, and then when England was playing, everybody was tense. My neighbour downstairs, you can hear him, every time he saw a goal car. But it was really good atmosphere. I really enjoyed it this time.
Yeah, but then there's so much sadness associated. I can't cope with football anymore.
I know.
Football is so emotional. There's highs and there's lots of lows.
Lots of lows.
A lot of tension.
Yeah.
Never
You're
thought
so
I'd be
invested, isn't it? You're so invested. And the heartbreak is real.
Yes.
Delay will always say to me, you're not playing. It's nothing to do with you, but you are. You're emotionally invested in the team. Once you support a team, you can't then change teams. You can't. Oh, it's not like there's a famous quote from Cantona that says, "You can change your wife, but you can't change your football team." And that is so true because you can't. Football is something that is just unites a whole world together. Anywhere I go, even when I went Hajj, football was the thing that got the conversation going.
It started, isn't it, during Hajj?
So I missed the first part of the tournament during Hajj.
So you're thinking about it, weren't you?
We were all thinking about it. And we was like, did anyone get the scores? But I was very, very good.
Yeah.
I did not go on my phone. I did not even chase up the scores.
No, you were good.
Like that.
You were good.
Really good.
We got worried at one point thinking, she's not on the phone. But alhamdulillah.
So that was really good. But I enjoyed coming back and watching the football. I thought the Turkey games were brilliant. They're the ones that gave most entertainment in their games because they just went out for it. They were all attack.
I think it was that those two countries because, when I was watching England or the other thing, all they do is run from one pitch to another. But with the one that you... Not one pitch, sorry. One side to another. Sorry. One side to another. Okay? But you're probably enjoying that, aren't you? I can't find the words, okay?
She's so passionate today.
But wait, hold on. And who did Turkey play with, though?
They played Netherlands. Did they play Portugal?
They had skills. That's when you know you can watch it.
In the quarterfinals or something, wasn't it?
They had skills. That's what I'm saying. They had skills. What why now? And you can watch. It was interesting.
Being brave and bold, isn't it? Whereas the English team are a little bit safe.
Defensive.
They're always defending, aren't they? And that's...
but I think that was due to the manager. But I think we have to give him credit. So Gareth Southgate obviously resigned after the tournament, and I think that was the right decision. he'd taken England as far as he could.
Yeah.
And now it's for someone else to do, do the next part. But I think he's, as a defender and mentally, he's very cautious. So the games and the tactics were like very defensive. And there was one game against the Netherlands where he went all out and attacked. And that's how we won that game. I think we would have lost that game had he played normal tactics with being so defensive. But I don't know. He's... I think there was a few mistakes that everyone obviously knows about, spoken about, that why did he play Kane for so long if we knew that he was injured. We had some good players on the bench that he could have brought on and changed the game a lot earlier. But that's all in hindsight, I think.
It. There's always going to be
those questions are right, yeah.
He's done well with them, though.
Yeah, he's changed the whole culture.
Yeah.
He's changed the way we feel about watching England. He's brought a nation together, and I think before that, England had a very bad reputation, whether you're as a fan or as a football player, as being very leery and like just the alcohol stuff with it. But he's changed the whole culture from within, which is a good thing to see. And I hope the next manager, whoever they bring in, might be our Yasmin from our fan.
Ooh, bring it on, Yasmin.
But jokes aside, I hope the next manager continues that culture and continues building on what he's worked so hard to do.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Be nice to see, yeah.
Do the managers always have to be an ex-player?
No, not ex-player, but they have to be qualified.
Oh, okay.
Can I ask a silly question? Why are they all bold? Is it the stress? No, I did ask the kids, but every word. Did I say something wrong?
Bold is best.
Bold is best. Why?
Ten
Are they
Hag.
all bald?
10 hugs.
He's got hair, hasn't he?
Who?
Southgate's got hair.
Yeah.
No, but most of the coaches don't have no.
That's because bold seems to be...
I thought because like the tension, they pull all the hair out or something. I don't know.
Or running from one pitch to the other and the wind blowing. Something like that.
Not one.
Oh, it's just the look, though. Sometimes.
Yeah, no, because it's every single one of them. I mean, okay, maybe Southgate,
Yeah.
But
I don't
okay.
know. I didn't notice that.
She's talking about Ten Hag, Pep,
Yeah.
the new Liverpool... What is his name? What's his name? Arnie Slot. Oh, that's a stupid name to have.
Who?
Going to a stupid football club. Arnie Slot.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
So there's a new guy coming to Liverpool.
I'm just thinking, honestly.
You just want to dig at Liverpool, don't you?
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to allow you because I can...
Is your son going to get upset?
Yeah.
I need to
I
feel
know.
over the other day. Give him a hug, so...
See? Now, look, Auntie Ashley's all upset. I do apologise for that. I don't know why you did that.
A Bengali...
Yeah, so I got invited to go and see Sporting Bengal's reserve.
And Yashmin invited out my son.
Dhaka, the team from Dhaka came over. They were just doing a little tour. So they invited me to watch the friendly. A really good team, actually.
And who
I
they
really
playing?
enjoyed it. They played Sporting Bengal reserves.
Oh, okay.
And then that team was from Dhaka. They had some of the international players in there.
Oh, nice.
It was good to see. It was nice to see the community. It was nice to see the levels of football. They were good. They were all right. But I think levels is still quite a way to go.
Yeah,
it's still quite a way to go.
Oh,
but,
awesome.
it was nice to see a Bengali team being represented like that.
Adam enjoyed it.
Adam enjoyed it. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Yash, because I sent my older daughter with him because obviously I thought someone has to take him, and he really enjoyed. She enjoyed it as well, but they couldn't stay to the end like you, Yash, because obviously he would have been too late. But he really enjoyed it because I think that's the first time he's seen a team playing on a pitch.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring
watching a live match, innit?
Yeah, and especially Bengalis, because you don't get to see that so often. So
thank you. He really enjoyed that. He's very jealous of a date that we're going to go and watch football soon.
Of course.
I know.
Bring it on.
Are you looking forward to it? Your
I can't go
first official
sleep.
match.
Huh?
First official match.
If I could wear my blue and white, I'd have been more excited.
Oh my God. What's blue and white? What's blue and white?
Tottenham, innit?
Oh, no, but you're not going to watch that, though, are you, she?
No, she's not going to watch that.
Don't want to be on your... Yeah. No, I'll be...
She's doing match. She's trying to wind me up.
You're not coming then?
I'm a no.
No, and she doesn't support you.
She's driving us.
Oh, okay.
If I don't go, none of you go. That should be a good one.
Or they support whatever.
That should be a good one.
Yeah. Are we predicting scores on that one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, are we?
All right. 2-1.
Again?
To who?
No, let's do something else then. 3-2. It's going to be like one apart, innit? 3-2 to Man City.
Go on.
It's got to be.
Say the right team.
Yeah, Man
United's
United.
playing,
Yes. Man United 3 and Man City 1.
There's a big difference there.
Yeah, what do you think?
I don't know about this one. City will be out for revenge.
But let's just hope they go quickly.
They lost the FA Cup against us, so I think it'll be quite close. I'm thinking maybe a 1-0.
Oh.
Yeah, to United.
But I hope there's lots of goals. I love it when there's lots of goals.
Yes.
I hate sitting there and
It's definitely a lot better when there's lots of goals.
I don't care which team. I just give me goals. Like,
But how come like
goals.
how come these games can only do like 3 goals or something? Because like these clubs, they do about 17 goals. What's the difference between the clubs?
Which club?
No, because my son just said this morning that someone just scored. What's that?
But that's the level of like how good they are. So if they're really good, they're not going to allow
14 goals. How come these countries can't do? These ones can't do it.
No,
then?
the level of football is very, very different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not you playing in the park, Chef.
Yeah. It's not you with jumpers for goalposts.
Okay, still learning on that one then.
Not a goal. But I'm looking forward to that one. I'm looking forward to taking you both actually. Yeah. And I'm obviously taking Bobby as well, so it'll be nice.
It'll be a nice day out.
It will be. The gang out in Wembley. Watch out, people, watch out.
Are we live podcasting, yeah?
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be good.
But give her the camera.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Oh, we might have. Oh.
Give her a goal.
I'm going to go in the middle.
She wants to do the whole running across the pitch.
One of the players I've already been told by the kids to go and say hello to was Macy?
Mouse.
Rashi's going to be there.
Mason Mount.
Yeah. And Rashi. Macy.
You're going to scream their names and all that stuff.
I'm going to write down. I don't want to look stupid in front of them, do I?
Don't worry, you get a sheet.
Oh, do we?
Oh,
okay.
Actually.
With photos on it?
No, not
I need pictures.
numbers.
Oh, so it's not me, it's Sam as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking we will. I'm not sure.
What?
Just can you send a picture to us, please?
Yeah, just send us a picture then.
You have to get your own pies.
No, Bobby.
With the paupers down there, Shaf.
Isn't it? Don't worry, this pauper's going to make it fun downstairs, yeah?
We're allowed to scream and shout.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll be hearing our voices.
God, shut up.
No. Do you want to swap then? No.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
We have to sit there
I feel
quietly.
like I'm at work.
We have to behave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to see the good side of Bobby, innit?
Bobby, where are you?
You're too quiet, mate.
Getting kicked out the room.
Oh my God, don't do that to me. You're only brown girl in the ring.
Yeah, can you imagine? This is why we don't.
Behave now.
Oh.
Yeah, be fun.
Welcome to the Muslimah Sports Association, where empowerment and sportsmanship meet for Muslim women. Dive into our world of sports, tailored exclusively for you. From the exhilarating teamwork of football and the strategic plays of netball to the challenging strokes of dragon boat racing and the precision of fencing, whether you're looking to find your strength in wellness classes or experience the thrill of the NFL, we've got it all. Join a community where faith meets fitness, courage and camaraderie. The Muslimah Sports Association, where every Muslim woman discovers her champion within. Visit us today and kickstart your journey to greatness. Your sport, your sisterhood, your strength.
Let's talk about my Hajj.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's been a while, isn't it?
Yes.
Since we've all sat down together, so...
Yeah.
Hajj.
Hajj.
What do you want to ask me?
Oh, where
do you start?
Yeah. How was it?
How was it?
Alhamdulillah, it was really, really good. It was a life-changing experience, I think.
Yeah.
Very life-changing in lots of different ways. I think I'm more humble in terms of like seeing everyone, where we were discussing what footwear to wear and how to make it as comfortable as possible. We had people that had £1 flip-flops on.
Wow.
Who was doing the jamarat, walking miles and miles and miles just with those flip-flops. And some were barefooted, and it was so hot. It was like the
heat.
Hajj,
Yeah, the heat
and
was
the ground
really,
was hot.
yes.
So if you're walking barefooted, you're also getting burnt as well. So when we're talking about comfort and trying to make it premium and luxury, and we're trying to argue over those sort of like things, details, and these people are just glad to get to Hajj.
Of course.
They're just like
you
so...
almost feel guilty, isn't it? You almost feel guilty because like money isn't an obstacle in that sense. You're buying the best shoes, you're going for the best packages, all of that kind of stuff. And there's people who have life-saving,
Yeah,
isn't
they
it?
sell everything and go, and they don't even know how they're going to get back. Or what the next food they're going to eat. Or, we have everything included, or we can afford to go to a restaurant and get something to eat. Whereas they are looking for where their next food is coming from.
Yeah.
So you know, it really does sort of like make you step back and think, what are we doing here? What we're doing back home? What are we prioritizing? Who are we looking after? Are we looking after those that really need it?
Yeah.
I think that's what I sort of woke up to. Like, it makes you think. And obviously you don't know the person next to you. Are they a millionaire? Are they
You can't tell. Yeah. That's the beauty of it.
Yes, you're all
absolutely.
there just doing one thing, and that's to pray to Allah. And that's what you're there to do, isn't it? But you don't know who the person is next to you. Or what their background is. And that doesn't even come into a conversation either.
Exactly.
No,
it doesn't matter, does it? It really doesn't matter, because you're looking at people's, like, the level of worship,
the iman,
you're looking at all of that, and you're thinking, wow, look at this person, where I'm lying down hot and bothered, but actually somebody still gets up and still gets on with it. You're looking at those things, isn't it? And that's
so
it.
true.
That's what Allah's looking at, our deeds, isn't it?
You know the tawaf, isn't it? The 7 times. Did you do as near to the Kaaba or a bit further out?
So
because it was like so many people.
No, too many people at the middle, and it was so hot and squashy. So we decided to do it on that. It's still on the mataf, but on the outer bit.
Okay.
So we didn't move intentionally. We didn't move it within to try and touch it or anything, because I'd been Umrah 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I did it then, so there was no need for me to try and get over people to try and touch that.
So you've done Umrah. Were you prepared for Hajj?
No, not at all. Not
Like,
at
no matter
all.
how much you prepared,
Like,
you're not
Nick's
prepared.
been to Umrah just not long ago. How
2
did
years
he
ago.
compare it?
It's so different.
So different,
and,
isn't it?
And we over prepared. Like, we're that type of people. We read and we, and he did everything, every book, packed everything.
But nothing
prepares you for that.
Wow.
Nothing prepares you
prepares
for
you.
how you're going to feel at that moment. I think that's what it's about.
Yeah, the
it's not
feel.
about the physical state, but it's more about your mental state.
That's
And when
it.
you're there and you think,
Literally.
oh my
It affects
God.
you mentally, it affects you spiritually, it affects you physically. And then you've got to battle with all of that together. So, like, you might be spiritually low, but you're also physically low, like, battling as well. So then how do you lift your spirits to then... Because you're feeling so tired. It's not
the
like
heat.
you're not going on holiday. It's like boom, boom, boom. You've got things to do one day after another. Like, there's things to do. You're not there to, like... Asta, you get into it or anything like that. You it's like proper, like,
Like one thing after another.
deprivation.
So did you go Mecca first?
Medina first.
Oh, Medina first. So that must have been nice.
That was really nice.
Easing you in.
But still, it wasn't. So we got there. The journey there was quite hard. So we was already sleep deprived, and I think we had one day, full day in Medina, and it felt like the second or third day that we had to then go back to Azizia. But we went to Mecca first, so by train, and it was just like, the trains, you have to be up at this time, so then you're not sleeping that night.
You're feeling anxious as well, isn't it? You got to keep moving.
So you've got to make sure that everything's been packed properly and you haven't forgotten anything, and do you need to buy anything else? And it was one thing after another, but thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm glad I did it.
Alhamdulillah, I'm happy for you as well,
Yeah, but I do urge anyone that can afford to go to do it ASAP. Because obviously, I've got underlying health issues and my knees and stuff like that. It was really, really hard. So if you do have that sort of thing, I think best to go as soon as.
Absolutely.
Inshallah.
Did Nick enjoy it?
Yeah,
he loved it. He absolutely loved it. I think that's what it is.
Because he went without you.
He went without me, so he's gone, and this is probably the first time he's travelled on his own. Do you know what I mean? And it's quite hard, and he's gone. But I think it was that first initial shock. Like, you go to Medina, it's fine.
Yeah.
He enjoyed Medina.
Oh, he went Medina first?
Yeah, they went Medina first.
Yeah,
they did
he
3
wasn't
days
far
there.
from me, actually.
Yeah,
I think we had the same sort of itinerary.
Yeah. I think you were like a day behind each
you
other.
met up with him, didn't you, as well?
We bumped into him.
Accidentally, Amina, accidentally. He goes, I found Tulapa. He was so happy. And that's really special, because I feel like even when you bump into people, that's like, Allah wanted that for you. Like, from anyone in the world. There's so many relatives there. Like, he found it really hard to find my brother. But the fact that he bumped into Dulabai, and I think he found comfort in that. He just goes, Dulabai hugged me, and I think he needed that little hug or something. But he goes, that first shock of how hard it is, and I think they went to midnight, it was hot, there's a lot of people, the AC wasn't working, all of that kind of stuff. But then I think you get strength. You get strength to think, I need to complete these 4 days, and I need to do it. I don't want to just complete it. I want to complete it the best of my ability.
Yeah, definitely.
So again, he keeps saying, he goes, it's not a religious thing. It's a more of a humbling experience.
Yeah.
Wow.
He goes, it's not like you're praying more, or actually, if anything, you're praying less, aren't you?
Because a lot of the rule books are out the window. Like
Yeah.
here, we would be segregated. We won't be allowed to mix with men and anything like. There, we're practically living together
Yeah.
because the women's side was this side, the men's side was that. But you open the door, the men's
Already
doors are open.
And then you're
You know what I mean?
shortening
You're not
prayers, you're
yeah.
combining prayers, all the things where you'd think, oh, I'm going to do extra, like
Yeah,
20
yeah,
rakats,
doors and all of that.
Yeah,
but you're
yeah,
not.
yeah.
And he goes, it's just that experience of, I think it's just humbleness.
Yeah.
And I
isn't
think
it?
on the,
Humbleness.
is it Arafat Day? That was
Yeah.
emotional, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's emotional. Because what they do, before they take you to Muzdalifah, they take you out just after Asr onto the plains. And they do this massive dua. And it was
Yeah, I
just
know, see on the
so
TV.
serene and tranquil because there was this light. It's like all day it was boiling hot. Went out there, the dua started, there was this light wind, the sun was setting. And I've shown you the photos,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, yeah, it was just like so beautiful.
Do you feel lighter now?
I think I do, actually. I think I do.
Yeah, because I went 20 years ago when I did my Hajj, and then I did Umrah like 2 years ago. But when I first saw the Kaaba, I just cried. It was like you've gone home. You know, in that moment when you go home and you see your mum or something,
Yeah.
and you just need to release everything. It was that.
Wow.
And I felt like I've just released the 20 years of stuff that had happened. I just released
Wow.
it. So I don't know
So
if
when
it's...
you went the first time with Hajj, so you
Yeah.
hadn't been Umrah before
Never
that?
been.
No.
So when you saw the Kaaba for the first time then, was there an
See,
emotional
it was
connection?
it was different because I was 18
She was young,
years
yeah.
old. Yeah,
Me
I was
too.
18
Yeah.
years old, and in my head, I thought the Kaaba was this massive thing that I'm going to drive into Makkah and notice it. I drove into Makkah, there's no sign of it. You see the haram, don't you? And then you're walking in like, where is it? And then
It's like a small-
and it was quite small.
Yeah,
And I was
wow.
like, oh, it's quite small. So that was my first.
Yeah,
and
mine
then I think when
too.
you're 18, you don't have
No.
baggage. You know,
Yeah.
alhamdulillah, I had a
And
good,
you're still learning. You haven't really
Yeah.
connected, isn't it?
That's
Like now
it.
you went at the right
Exactly.
age.
I
You
went
know where
about
you went.
24 when Adil was about 4 years old. So again,
Yeah.
I just thought
different.
that's small. That looks quite
Yeah.
small.
And you're just like ready to do it. And that was Hajj for
Yeah.
me, but I just got on with it. But going to Umrah, I felt more spiritually
Yeah.
moved. Like I felt like 20 years of stuff that I
Yeah.
needed to,
Oh, wow.
like
Yeah.
those conversations you need to have with Allah. I
Yeah.
know you can have conversations with Allah now. You make
Yeah.
your
But it's
du'as.
different
It's
there.
different. There you feel like
He's
it's me and Allah.
listening.
Yes,
He's
I'm
really
there.
listening.
I'm there in
And
the house of Allah.
And you
Yeah.
can ask for anything.
And even for
Say
us on this
anything.
end, knowing that when Yash texts, oh, Shaf, we made individual duas,
Yeah,
that really
yeah.
touched my heart. Oh, wow, we need that because I still haven't been yet. So inshallah, I'll go
Inshallah.
soon. Yeah,
Inshallah, made
inshallah.
dua
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you.
Thank you. Yes, I know you. Yeah, thank you.
And I made one for everyone.
Yeah,
too.
so you know, it
Let's make
means,
one.
you know, because
It
we know
does,
before,
yeah,
now
yeah.
it's something different because a lot of people like Yash's or and other people who's gone to Hajj, they said if you want a dua specifically made for you, just tell us. And
Yeah.
I think that really helps now to know when.
Yeah.
100%, 100%. Imagine though, people
Yeah.
there
Right in front of Allah's
saying
house.
your du'as by your
Yeah.
name, like that's something special.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
That's something special. But coming back now,
Yeah.
how do you feel? Like it's been in a few weeks now.
Yeah.
You know, when you first come back, it's hard to get back into the
Yeah.
swing of things.
Yeah.
Like I was quite unwell when I
yeah.
came back, so I find it a bit hard to even catch up with work. But yeah, you just seem to prioritize things differently.
Yeah.
You want to live in the moment. So there, you know, when people talk about mindfulness and being in the present, you don't really think about it. You're like the Nordic walk. That's when you sort of like in the forest, you're thinking about your presence and
Yeah.
you're thinking about being in that moment and the mindfulness. But over there, you're proper, like even in the namaz here, you're still thinking about, oh, I've got to go.
Yeah,
cook
yeah, yeah, but
cooking,
you
I've
don't
got to
do that.
Yeah.
Over there, you've got nothing else
But
to
you've
think
got
about.
nothing else to
Yeah.
do.
Got
You
nothing
haven't
else
got
to
the
do.
cooking to do and the cleaning to do and
Yeah.
the school runs
So
and
you
everything
are
else. Yeah.
properly connecting. You are properly
Just give you that time
thinking
to
about
Allah, yeah.
the dua you're gonna make and what you're saying and how that connection feels, and being present in that moment. You know, the people around you, who they are, where they're from, what they must live like. You know, you start thinking about that as well. What backgrounds must they have? Where have they come from? And what did they do to even get there?
Yeah.
Some people, like I said, you know, sold everything.
Yeah.
Some people have gone there illegally. So they might have
Yeah.
gone there just like bought a visa and thought, oh, I'll think about the rest of it when I
Yeah.
get there.
Exactly.
So,
you know, there's a
yeah.
guy who is going, I think from Bangladesh, he's walking there.
I heard
And he's
about
already
this.
started his journey.
Oh,
so as soon as
inshallah.
this Hajj
Yeah,
finished,
yeah. He's gonna be there?
He started walking. Can you imagine? It's going to take him a whole year to
Yeah.
walk across
Oh, wow.
and stop and whatever, isn't it? But
That makes you think,
but
innit?
wow, isn't it? Wow. Like, I'm hoping he's doing it by choice as well, not rather than
not because he needs to.
He needs to.
And I think as well, we feel quite, what's the word I'm looking for? We take it for granted that we're born Muslims and we get to do our namaz and everything here. Yeah. There's some people that have that hunger, that, you know, when they go and see the Kaaba and you can tell they're crying from their heart.
Yes.
They really are crying. Like, you know, this was everything to them. They didn't have anything else in life, but this was their one aim that they wanted to do. And you can see on their face.
Yeah.
For us, a lot of us, it's like, oh, we'll go again in a couple of years' time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because we've got that privilege to say that.
Yeah.
But for them, this was literally that one thing that they'd worked all their lives for to get to. And I think we take that for granted.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, like I've got a friend who, I think she booked it for the year COVID hit.
Oh.
Do you get it? And then it took time for them to sort it out and the money to come back, and she's been trying, and then different obstacles. So it took 5 years for her to finally go again.
The lady that I was sharing a room with as well, actually, was she booked in COVID. Then they got their money back. No, they kept the money and said, "Well, we'll send you the next year." They didn't, because COVID was still affecting the quota system. And then they tried again last year, like I tried. They didn't get it. And then she was successful this year. And I said, oh, it's because you were supposed to go on Hajj with me.
Yeah.
So it's like, we're just a little bit of a joke.
We forget the booking system this year as well.
Yeah.
Like the booking system this year wasn't easy.
No.
It's a great system now compared to what it was. But it wasn't easy. And I remember like the rounds.
Oh, I remember you both saying that.
First round,
staying up all night.
None of you guys got it. Second round, none of you guys got it. And then I remember they did 2.2, didn't they?
Yeah.
And my husband's nephew and his wife managed to book it. My brother and his wife managed to book it. And my husband was like, I'm not going anymore. It's not happening. I'm not going. I'm getting my money out. You know, you get so disheartened. And then he goes to Taraweeh and he's on his phone trying to renew the Nusuk app. And he goes, some Uncle G tells me off as well. He's like, why are you on your phone for? You're in Taraweeh. And he's like, I'm trying to book my Hajj. Like, why didn't you tell him?
Yeah, that I'm trying to,
and stuff. And he was really like lost hope. And then he managed to book it. And then I remember Yash called me up. I'm in bed at this point. It's middle of Ramadan. I've gone into bed. And she calls me up. She goes, so it's just loading. It's loading. What should I do? Should I click back or should I not? And while she's on the phone, it refreshed or something, didn't it?
But this system, it's not really the best way, is it? Or is it?
It's the only way we can book it. But it's not refined yet. It's not doing the job it should be doing. So like, they told us from beforehand, get your packages ready, the one that you want to pick, put it in your basket, and then once it opens, you just have to say, proceed, like check out. No, it wasn't anything like that. Your package that you wanted is non-existent. Yeah. People take it somehow, and then you have to look for a new package, and then you have to wait for it to load, and, you know, look at all the details and everything like that.
And the problem is they open it on, like, one time, and everybody's logging on. And I think the busyness of that is also a little bit crazy. But alhamdulillah. Yeah. Like, do you sometimes sit there and think,
oh my God, I would.
I say to him, when you phone me, say salam hajjah.
I was just about to say, what do you call you now? Hajjah, yes.
But you must suddenly sit there like, I've done it.
Alhamdulillah, man.
Wow,
that's lovely.
Because even he didn't think I was going to be able to complete it. He was like really scared that I was not going to be able to like do all the stuff that you need to do, Jamawat and Tawaf and anything like that. Because he knew and me walking that much is not good. He was really worried that I wasn't going to complete it, but alhamdulillah I did.
Oh,
but did you think about back here, like your kids?
I only phoned them once, and you know what I'm like, I phoned them 20 times a day.
That's what I'm saying,
Auntie, Mum ain't cool.
We had them covered, don't worry,
I knew it. I had 2 mums here that was looking after them, so, you know, I was grateful for that, and, you know, thank you for both of you.
It's our pleasure,
My sister-in-laws, my babbies were looking after them, so that was really nice. Because
a lot of people have said, like, you know, one of my, you know, Salma's sister, she said she left her kids very young. When she went there, she didn't even think about it, because she was saying that you don't think about the worldly stuff. You're literally there just for Allah, do you know what I'm saying? So that's a beautiful,
that's nice, isn't it?
Alhamdulillah.
So what else is happening? We're going to try and get you to Umrah first, right?
Inshallah, yes. Make dua, everybody. Make dua, everybody.
Lisa was saying it the other day.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Yeah, now I think Umrah would be better now. At first, I thought that, you know what, Hajj, but I'm just thinking it's best for me, of my situation, like, because of the, you know, crowds and panic attack and things like that, because I can't do crowds, isn't it? I know Umrah will be...
therapy before you go. Have you thought about that?
Huh?
Have you?
But you should do therapy anyway, isn't it? Just to get over this.
No, but to be
you've
honest,
come a long way, Shaf.
Because you're going to Wembley, you're scared. You're already thinking, overthinking it, and we've had to reassure you that we're going to look after you, and you.
No, I know that. Yeah.
So those type of things.
Cable ties.
Why?
Nothing.
You tie me up. Live kidnap.
But it stops you doing a lot of things.
No, you know the worst thing is you don't need to tie me up, Sal. I'm not that bad, yeah. I think what.
I'm going to turn around. Should be gone.
And you're short. We can't see you in the crowds.
I know.
So you better get one of those child leads.
True. Oh yeah, child leads.
Did you? Oh, anyway, no. What it is when it's so many people. Even just saying it now, I think, you know, when it's so many people and there's no exit, that freaks me out. So, you know, when it's going to Hajj and Umrah, that will freak me out because I've seen the crowd and they push, don't they?
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah. And I can't.
Okay, so, you know, the thought of it, is it worse than when you're actually there?
Well, I
have... Like when you're thinking about a train or something.
No, what it is...
You freak out a lot beforehand.
I did.
Is it as bad?
Well, I haven't done that kind of big crowds. Okay, but when I did have
you were going to go to Eid in the Square, right? Last year, and you became and when I went to the train, that was chocolate rock. I said to my friend, "No way!" And she saw the fright, you know, the scared thing of my face, and I said, "No way," because the doors where people are hanging out, and I said, "I'm not going in there." So
what
I can't.
Do you have a panic attack?
No, panic attack, a lot of people have it different, isn't it? Like they start shaking and whatever. But for me, alhamdulillah, it's always been like, oh my God, I can't breathe, or I panic, or my the heat rushes go to my head. So for me, I need to see space. People can't be on top of me. So in Hajj, this is what I'm thinking. I'm so small, right? And people are literally, so I can't see anything. Even like, I did tell him to do that. Yeah, I did. I said, put me up there.
Yeah, because the lava is quite strong, isn't
so I put, but well, not anymore. You know, it's just getting weak. But what I'm saying is, that's the thing that scares me. But inshallah, you know, when people say when you go to Allah's house,
yeah, but you don't want to risk it. You're paying all that money.
I know.
You're there to do one thing, and that is to perform Hajj, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's best, like Sal said, there's nothing stopping you now from getting some therapy.
Therapy, yes, yeah.
You want to overcome it anyway.
Now I'm going to see this Wembley thing. Obviously, that's different. We're sitting. Okay, to what it is in Umrah where people are literally squashing it like sardine. But even Umrah, right, it's a lot of people still now. I wish COVID time I was the only one there. That would be wicked. But it's just, you know.
See, I'm tempted to have that conversation we had at Positive Minds where it's like, what's the worst case scenario?
I know, go on.
But I'm going to get in trouble.
I'll say it.
Because I just like, what's the worst case scenario, isn't it? Like, okay, you're at Wembley, for example.
Yeah.
What's the worst case scenario? A lot of people, they push you and?
What are you doing? Fall and hurt your knee?
No,
but what's happening in your head?
In my head, I don't know. I probably used to think I'm dead.
That you're going to die?
Yeah.
Seriously?
You wanted to say that?
I should have laughed, but no, it just reminded me because in Positive Mind, Shaf said that once, and I was like,
and those bunch of no, listen to this year. It was a bunch of new ladies. No, but Yash, you know what the worst was? It was new ladies were sitting there, not our friends,
at me like,
and they didn't even know we were cousins. So they were sitting there. Most of them probably, you know, just come for the lessons, and obviously everybody's got, you know, phobias, whatever. So when Sal said, "What's the worst that can happen to you? You're gonna die." Their face literally
and it was that tone of voice and everything, you know. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
No, I know you didn't,
Sal. But you know, sometimes you have to rationalise things, isn't it?
So I know you did it. Yeah. She felt so bad. She's calling me, and I'm like, "Why are you being mean now? Apologising."
There's like 12 women around the table, and I'm like facilitating this, and I'm like, "What's the worst thing?"
And who was the other lady that runs the mental health sessions as well?
She probably think, "Oh my God!" As well. Yeah, she was from mine. I'm sorry, but you know but I'm one of those people. I have to talk myself through things like that. I think, what's the worst thing that can happen? Okay, no, but be logical. Yeah. If people push you, you're not going to die.
No.
What's going to happen?
No, I don't know what I'm scared of. That's the thing. I don't know.
Yeah, but you know, if you rationalise it like that, I just feel like you start to make sense of it. Like I have to say to even my daughter sometimes, "Oh, Mum, I don't want to stay on my own in my room." What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Monsters come out of the bed.
Do they?
There are no monsters under the bed. Do you know what I mean? Like, then you have to work through those.
Mom of the year.
I know.
Get over it.
Yeah, where's the word? Get over it. Get over it.
You're pickled.
I'm still picturing that face of yours in that jar, but anyway.
That's what's giving her nightmares.
Should I leave my hair out, do you think?
No! You are kidding. No, don't. I'm having nightmares.
Oh, yeah. No, but sometimes you have to rationalise it. I think
Yes, you do. No, yes, you do. We need someone like Sal sometime to toughen us up, but inshallah, make dua.
Yeah. But you know what? Do things to help yourself.
Yes, I am.
If you can, isn't it? If you can, take some proactive steps.
I will have to.
Like our art therapist.
If there's anyone out there that can help Shafia, please do get in touch with us.
Because I do want to do Umrah Hajj.
Yeah, that's really a priority for Shafia. But that's a wrap for now. I've forgotten what I need to say.
Enjoy our podcast now.
Hope you enjoyed our podcast. Yeah. You can find us on all podcast platforms. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
What the hell? You did it! It's the first time ever!
Bye!